All right, hey, what's up? My name is Nick Martin, and welcome to my first weekly update on my journey, my new manifesto. I've decided that for the next 12 months, I'm going to go deep dive into AI coding to see what type of projects and the software I can create and how much money we can make from it. So, this is my first weekly update. It's quite unstructured. There's going to be at least 52 of them, so hopefully they will be better. But I'm going to talk to you about basically all of last week. And I'll just start by saying it has been a very challenging week for me, like extremely challenging. On the personal side, I've been dealing with a really bad breakup. And on the project side, things just turned out to be a lot more challenging than I thought. And we actually had a technical challenge pretty early on in the week as well. But I'll get to that and I'll cover all of it. This is my commitment to stay transparent. I want to share all the ups and downs of this next 12 months. And in this first video, we're just gonna go into it and let's go it one by one. So we're gonna start by talking about the projects, the different projects that I've been working on. We've been working on nickmartin.com, trying to redesign it. It still looks terrible, but we've added the startups portfolio. So now here, these are the apps that I've built with AI alone. So we've done that. I put the manifesto up in the main menu as well. So this manifesto, this is kind of like what I came up with, why I'm doing these 12 months, the accountability and the plan and all that. So you can go through that if you want to on nickmartin.com. There was a bunch of content that we customized, mostly on the about page, the image and the text and the beliefs and some of these things. Fix the dark mode issue. I know there's still a dark mode issue. Depending on when you watch this video, it may or may not be fixed. But if you're on an operating system that has dark mode enabled, the site is not going to look great. So I'm going to fix that ASAP. Right, and then the contact form, this and these links here we set up. So we just did a little bit on nickmartin.com because this is like the hub where everything else is going to be. Then we worked on agent email. We didn't do a whole lot, but I did notice that in the logs that we tried to send emails to some other free email providers. So I went ahead and curated a list of 100 free email providers and used that. So to kind of close that loop. So there was very, very little on agent email. I actually had 2 conversations from people that tried it. So that was nice. It's always good when you get feedback from real people. But that was pretty much agent email. For peer poll, we redesigned the entire page. It looked terrible before. It looks a lot better now. I'm still in between whether or not I should start this project. I really like it personally. I think it will be a challenge to monetize it. It's also quite complex. So during the week, I decided not to go for peer poll. It's still there. We'll see. But yeah, we fixed a couple of things. And I did actually get some feedback from one of my friends, and he's like, I'm not sure I would spend time rating people that I don't know. And he also had like some concerns about how to monetize this idea. So that's what happened for peer pool. And then we have the latest, which is the project that we decided. So the idea to begin with my whole manifesto and all was that Monday, Tuesday, I would use for idea brainstorming and validation and like start an app a week. I think that's very, very, very ambitious. So that will change. I'll touch on that in a minute. But what I came up with for the week or for probably this month's project is a AI first CRM. And it's basically to eliminate manual follow-up. We did come up with a landing page. It doesn't look very great. There were a lot of challenges building this because we were using Windsurf, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But the idea with this is to try to sell before you actually build or before I build. So I need to make sure that the landing page obviously looks and reads great. This is just terrible. This was an experiment that I tried, but it does not look good at all. So we'll have to continue working on this for next week. But yeah, I have personal experience with lead qualification. I run magloff.com as my main business, and I just remember from when I was doing sales and marketing for it that doing these manual follow-ups is so freaking boring, so boring and time consuming. So the idea behind this is just it's a fully automated, agent-based, don't even know if I want to call it a CRM, but it's like a lead qualification. Like the lead goes in, and when it comes out, it's either a yes or a no. So not necessarily yes to sell, but yes, like I'm interested, please take care of me. That's the main goal with this. And that's what we'll be working on. Yeah, and so for the weekly overall update, let me just recap the whole week. Now we did the projects. The goal was really to look into new idea brainstorming. So obviously with Perplexity, we did some conversations, and it came up with a ton of resources for where to look and how to look for ideas and how to brainstorm for ideas. I also got this founder's playbook. I forget the name of the person. I'm terrible. If I have enough energy to edit this video, I'll add it. But this is really like a $1 million business, the process that you should go through. And it's basically like evaluate the market. Is the market big enough? And then again, sell before you build. And this in this founder's playbook is kind of broken up in two parts. First part is interview, I think 50 potential users of your software, and just to ask them, hey, I'm building in your area. I'd love to ask some questions to make sure I'm on the right track. And then once you have those 50 and you've done it, you have a lot more knowledge. Then you can tell them, hey, we're building a, what do we call it? A product advisory board or something like that. Would you be interested in getting a lifetime or a 70% discount? But you'd have to use the product, but you'd be able to give feedback, you'd influence the direction, all that. Anyway, really, really cool playbook, but again, like on a completely different trajectory than what I started with, where I was thinking I'd just build an app a week and see what sticks. I also came across Idea Browser, very cool site. You can get an idea a day and you can sign up. I was considering signing up. I think it's $300 for the year. And then you get access to all the validated businesses. It's really cool. You get one free a day, and it has a lot of done a lot of research. You can like get an idea of other ideas out there. Trends VC was also something I was considering, but I haven't locked down on anything yet. But this would also give me access to ideas and a network, and which is super important. But what I realized was that this takes a lot of time. And I just want to build, but I have to get out of that mentality. We have to make sure that the area that we're building in actually has something behind it, right? We don't want to build something and won't be able to sell it. So this idea of just creating a landing page with an opt-in and potentially a checkout to get people to pay before I start building, that would be super cool. I've done it before. I know it's possible. A lot of people say that's how you should do it. I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so that's what we'll be pushing forward. Now, in other news, I use Windsurf IDE. So let me just pull it up here in case you haven't seen it. Oh, it's the wrong one. I'll pull Windsurf up here. So it's a fork of Visual Studio. It has Cascade. This is the AI. And I love Windsurf. I've been using it a lot. It's very, very cost friendly. Like I got in at $10 a month. Now it's $15 a month. But with those credits, I felt like I could get a lot done compared to if I go out and use API models directly. So there's this rumor, and apparently it's been floating for quite a while, that OpenAI was gonna acquire Windsurf. It hasn't been denied. And so what that resulted in was that Anthropic was like, well, okay, if Windsurf, which uses obviously Anthropic models, is going to be acquired by OpenAI, they cut direct access. Windsurf said that Anthropic has cut its direct access to Claude 3.5 and 3.7. And that really resulted in Windsurf being super slow, very error prone, and I was not able to get as much done as I would normally. I did try the Opus 4 with an API key. Let me just see if I have it here. Yeah, this was like 2 prompts, $3.50. I did take the wrong model. I took the most expensive model, but basically got a lot expensive. And so with all this challenge, I actually also ended up spending a lot of time researching Claude Code and other alternatives. And I think what I will do is I'll probably get Cursor. Claude Code looks really, really good. I'm on a Windows machine, so I need to do some things there. I've heard it's totally doable, it's totally possible. But I've also heard that it can be quite expensive, and you should probably get the max subscription, which is either $100 or $200 a month. So I don't know if I'm quite ready for that. That might sound a bit silly, but I really like the idea of training and getting better using stuff like Windsurf and now potentially Cursor, so that I get the prompting a lot better, and doing all the documentation and task breakdown and all that stuff. So let's see. That's kind of where I'm at the moment with Windsurf. I really love Windsurf. I hope their Wave 10, which is like their update, I hope it's going to be massive. I have no idea. Other than that, streaming wise, we've done really well. We've streamed 6 out of 7 days. Actually 7 out of 7 if we include the Sunday. That's great. I enjoy streaming. So if you want to follow me, I'm on Twitch/Nick Martin. That's with a 4 instead of the A. It's going to be a link somewhere. But you can follow me there. I stream it every day, as you can see, at least this week. And we'll probably keep doing that. As for video editing, this is a big challenge for me, a big fail this week. I've only uploaded 2 live streams. After like a 5, 6, 7 hour live stream, going in to edit that into a video is like, oh, do I have the energy for it? So I didn't create any. I think I'll be able to create one. I hope I have. I mean, I have to get this video out, right? So I'm going to edit that. Hopefully this is more or less of a one take. But yeah, video editing and sticking to my goals there, I'm going to have to really double down and get smart about it somehow. Not entirely sure. Like what I did for this stream was I streamed for about an hour, kind of like prepared everything, like the tabs, and I had an agenda and I kind of know like the direction I want to go. So maybe that's what I need to do. And then instead of recording the entire stream, I just like record the part where it's going to be the video, and then it'll be much easier to edit. I think that's what I'll try. And as I mentioned before, the app schedule, I mean, I was going to do an app a week, but I think it's going to be an app a month. Also, the main goal is 12. I'm going to come up with 12 apps in these 12 months. It's all in my Vibe Coder manifesto. Okay, now, with all that out of the way, I have to touch on some personal stuff. I've adopted this mantra that I say, strong body, strong mind, strong heart. Kind of that's how it flows for me. If I focus on getting a strong body, that will flow over into me improving my mind and my thoughts and my focus, and that will in turn flow into a stronger heart, because right now my heart is bleeding. I'm going through a terrible breakup. I thought I could get my ex back, but it looks like I can't. This week has been an absolute nightmare for me because she has been off with her ex for a week and has just returned, but I haven't heard back from her. So it's been really, really tough getting in front of the computer and getting some work done and doing the streams and doing the recordings, but we have to push through. We have to persevere. For gym activities, it's been really good this week. I've been to the gym 5 days out of 7. And the 2 days I didn't go to the gym was because I had golf and because yesterday I had paddle tennis. So those are kind of my physical activities for the week. So if we include those, it's 7 out of 7, which is really, really good. It helps a lot for me. Like time goes there. I'm doing my thing. I'm in my rhythm. I feel better. I feel, it's a real achievement once I'm finished and I'm walking out of the gym. I feel very proud, to be honest, and that helps me. All that positive physical energy, leads into strong mind. I've been looking at a lot of different like personal development and self improvement and motivational stuff this week. The thing that stuck the most was Tony Robbins. He has like a morning routine where he goes through some affirmations, kind of, but it's like 7 things to tell yourself to kick things off. It's been really freaking hard, but I'm doing it. And then Wim Hof, the breath work has also I've done that a few times this week. Again, like not so much for like a strong mind maybe, but just more like to chill and reset once a day. So hopefully, strong body, strong mind will eventually lead into strong heart. Right now, my heart is bleeding. Um, Before my ex left, I basically told her, forget about me. Now she's back and she hasn't messaged, so maybe she is forgetting about me. Um, which is really tough. It's really tough. But anyway, yeah. I had 2 dates. I'm forcing myself through this. First date was on Tuesday. Nice girl, but instantly, there was no attraction. There was no spark. There was no excitement for me. So it was a nice date, very nice girl, but there won't be a follow up date on that. And I'll tell you, that was Tuesday. Then Monday morning, I had to go play golf. Sorry, Wednesday morning, I had to go play golf. And when I came home from golf, I just started thinking about that date and my ex and how different they were. And I had yeah, I had a really bad time. A lot of tears were shed. It was tough. It was really, really, really tough for me. Um, but then out of the blue, one of my friends kind of said, "Hey, I just met this Danish girl in Bali." That was Thursday. I'm like, okay, so I hooked up with her on Instagram, and then Friday actually we went on a date, and it was instant. It was instant spark. There was a lot of attraction from both sides. We really enjoyed each other's company. So, I went from total down to quite high, which was good. That really helped me come through the week. And if things go well, I will see her again. She's only here on holiday though, so it's not going to be anything permanent. But what a week, man! Just reflecting on this week in total with all the personal challenges, the technical challenges, and just the challenge of this manifesto itself. It was a lot. It was a lot, but we got through it. Got through it, and yeah, there you have it. That's my update. I'm at the end of my agenda, so I've got nothing more to share. I hope you enjoyed it. I expect to do one a week. So if you want to see the next, make sure that you subscribe or opt in on nickmartin.com or follow me somewhere else if you want to get an update on how everything goes. So thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.